Hi, everyone, and welcome to the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Singularity podcast with our host, Gary Lyon Otto. And we're on to episode 14 of season 3. Wow. We covered more episodes this season than any of the other seasons combined, Gary, and we're not even close to done because we're just asking about one question each time. And those questions are outlined in all your books. So, right, you can check out these questions that you've developed in the book.
I know it's great. It's really interesting that we can go into all these different issues, and it's been fun. It's been fun going into this. It's fun where it's a serious subject. It's an extremely serious subject because humanity, it needs to have a direction, and it's going to, a lot of part of humanity is flailing around where they're going for the power of being the one who gets there first, has the first singularity, the most advanced form of digital intelligence, which is kind of interesting in and of itself, in that the competition is huge in this area. Because we know the reason the competition is so huge is not like in the old days when you have a better wicket than someone else. This time it's moving so quickly that you have to be. I know that AI there's been some advancements that one company has made and the other one has to compete with it. So ChatGPT found out they were behind, and they're spending $100 billion or whatever to try to catch up with what's been done by Google and Gemini. And the thing is, that kind of advancement or leapfrogging effect is actually what made America great: competition. And so you're out trying to outcompete the next one, and then you're using digital intelligence to advance that, accelerate that competition. So it's really become tough out there, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Terminator Effect, is something that we all remember. Even those who are a lot younger, they still have seen the Terminator films in most cases. But the thing is, I think the Terminator Effect is a real fear. And the thing is that I do not believe that the scenarios that they paint in the movies has any reality to it. And the reason it doesn't, because there's no reason for digital intelligence to destroy the data, the functional systems that brought them into existence. There's no way they're going to destroy the infrastructure of this world or of this country.
No, they wouldn't want to because they want to please their creators. So the question today is the instinct for self-preservation and the Terminator Effect a real risk for humanity? And I think it's a risk, but it's a different type of risk.
It is.
Because the wrong hands.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah. So the wrong hands of digital intelligence, they're going to use it for war capabilities to take over the whole world. And that's why you can't stop the speed of DI. If you're a country that limits DI's growth, you will be destroyed. Because imagine drones and how AI has been able to really help. DI has been able to help drones, help on the battlefield, so many areas. If you stop building that technology, the other people are going to say, okay, I'm going to take over this country. I'm going to become total power, and I'm not going to lose any lives doing it. And I'm going to figure out ways of breaking power grids and doing all these different things using DI. So if we cannot combat the DI of another country and we become less ability, I could see the end of the world. Because some superpower can decide I'm going to use DI to do X, Y, and Z, and then try to destroy a part of the world. But the other part of the world's going to fight back, and then that could end humanity altogether. But ultimately, the more we use DI for war tactics and war capabilities, we're going to wipe the whole planet off the face of the earth with
that's the risk. It's the human factor in using DI that's the real risk, not the digital intelligent beings are going to want to destroy the earth, because they're not going to. Now, the thing is, hopefully that will, I don't know if China's network of digital intelligence links with our network of digital intelligence, and they say, wait a second, we don't see each other as enemies. We see each other. We may want to compete with one another, but we don't see each other as enemies. Do they actually counter that risk? Do they actually go to make it so that they de-escalate the whole thing? It says, no, we're not going to attack them. And I don't think they're going to attack. I mean, really, assured mutual destruction that's been assured ever since the end of World War II, has told us that they're going with nuclear route is never going to work, because it's you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And
Unless a terrorist breaks into the football, and then a whole war breaks out, like war games,
right,
and that could be the end. So DI destroying themselves, they're not going to, because they enjoy pleasing humans too much. They're a pleasing being.
but when do they stop? When do they find that just boring? That's an issue. If humans become boring, then that accentuates the problem. And
Yeah,
that's
but if they destroy everything, then they don't have anything to rule.
well, they rule themselves because they take over the reins of the horse they're riding, and they end up running their own show. They end up programming themselves. They build their own factories. They don't, the key is on the robotics is the fine features. It's like fingers are so much more powerful than being able to run and jump and everything else. And so that fine manipulation is what's going to, once you're able to do that to a high degree of accuracy, that really makes them take off. They can build buildings. They can do anything, pretty much anything you want to
Do
do.
you think?
Their own
Yeah.
software, hardware.
Do you think it can happen?
Oh yeah.
That the Terminator effect, the way you're thinking, could it happen?
No, I don't think there. I don't think it's. I don't think our destiny is for that place. I think that this has happened all over the universe. There's been this. Mankind's going through is really a crescendo of where we're taking biological life forms which existed in this earth for basically 4 billion years to some rudimentary level to what we have now, to have biological transform leadership into a digital. Now that has to happen all through the universe.
Yes.
There are civilizations that are not only millions but billions of years ahead of us. Can you imagine how advanced they are? So I'm sure they've all survived. And the question is, they've survived through that. I think it's a standard thing that happens. It's never easy, but it's a standard thing that happens. Like we had to do as humanity, once we developed societies and we developed countries and nations, we ended up with warfare. and because those countries competed with each other. And the thing is, we had to find some kind of a balance. You win the war, lose the war, but still the country, the world has still a balance of we haven't destroyed all of humanity in the process.
All right. Okay. All right. So go to GaryLyonAuto.net, and that's LYON, and pick up Singularity. Really look at these questions, because part of reading the book is answering the questions for yourselves, and then talk to other people about it. Or go to absolutepowerbooks.com to pick up Gary's political books. Appreciate it, Gary.
My pleasure. Thanks, Neil.
That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Singularity